Hello, my musical genius. I am Kayla Moore, singer-songwriter, songwriting coach, and author of Your Path to Songwriting Success, 7 Steps to Becoming a Confident Songwriter. I'm going to talk about how to choose your artist name and make it official. About 10 years ago, I started studying the songwriting crafts, and I would say about 5 years ago is when I decided that I wanted to have a new name as a songwriter and an artist. Now, my real name is Shakelia Augustine, and the name that I chose and trademarked is Kay Lamour. Why did I decide to change my name to Kay Lamour, you ask? Well, Kay Lamour makes me feel like a sexy diva singer-songwriter, and Shakelia Augustine just didn't cut it. Now, I love my name that I was given at birth, Shakelia. It's beautiful, but a lot of people can't remember it for whatever reason. Now, Kay actually came from a nickname that my husband gave me. My nickname growing up was Kiki, and he shortened it to Kay. And I like Kay, so I stuck with Kay. Now, l'amour means love, and I just want to exude the vibration of love in my music and with whatever I do as an artist. L'amour means love in French, and I love French. So K L'amour just went so perfectly together for me, and it gave me that feeling that I wanted to feel as a diva songwriter extraordinaire. That's why I decided to use that name. So if you've decided to use an artist name, I've given you some steps below, some links, and a checklist to help you with that process. So here are the 5 steps. Number 1, know why you want to change your name. Know your why. Why do you want an artist name? And that reason is super important because it's a big deal and it's life-changing. It's not something to do just willy-nilly. Step 2 is to choose a name. What artist name did you choose? When choosing an artist name, you want to think about how it sounds. Is it memorable? Is it catchy? Are people going to remember it? Is there a meaning behind it? Do you like it? Do you love it? You have to love this name because people are going to be calling you that. Make sure it's the right name for you. Don't rush it. Take your time. Make sure it makes you feel how you want to feel as an artist. Now, you can decide to keep the name that you were born with, but I have helped many clients select an alias. And this all ties into the processes that I talk about in my book, Your Path to Songwriting Success. I talk a lot about the law of attraction, or as how many people refer to it as the secret. And it's all about your thoughts and your emotions creating the things in your life and manifesting your reality. So when you feel a certain way about your name and it gives you a certain feeling, you can attract different experiences that totally tie in to the name and how it makes you feel. If you pick a name that makes you feel like a genius or a superstar, guess what? You're going to feel it, and people are going to feel that vibe from you and they're going to treat you like a superstar. That's just the way it works. The vibes you put out are the vibes you get back. And a name can definitely help you create the vibe that you want as an artist. Step 3 is you want to make sure that no one else is using that name. So you can start off by doing a Google search. And then you want to visit the United States Patent and Trademark Office website, which is www.uspto.gov. I put the link below for you. And search their database. If you use a name that someone else trademarked, you can get sued, and you don't want that. Now, the USPTO is for the United States, so definitely if you're in another country, you want to find out from that trademark office what steps you need to take. Once you have your name, go to the USPTO website and submit your application and file a fee. You may want to pay a lawyer who specializes in trademark law to file your application for you. So that was step 4. And let me tell you briefly a quick story about how I ended up paying a lawyer and still doing it myself. So you definitely want to do research on who the lawyer is. You don't want to get scammed because there are scammers out there. So what happened to me was I paid a lawyer to file my application. The lawyer filed it, and there was an objection that came back from the USPTO. And when I looked at the objection, I noticed that it was just something that was omitted, some information that was omitted. And I went back to the lawyer and I told them, please give the USPTO this information. And they told me that in order to submit the answer that they were looking for, I had to give them another fee. I had to pay another fee. Now, at that time, I did not have a bunch of money to be doing this. So I decided to do it myself. I took my time, I read the instructions, I completed the application. I had a couple of questions, and I believe, if I remember correctly, I was able to get answers from the USPTO office through email, via email. I don't know if it was a phone call, maybe it was a phone call or a couple of phone calls. But anyway, I was able to do it on my own. And if I could do it, so can you. If that's the route you want to take, if you have the time and you have the focus, it is doable. I know this is cliche, but anything is possible if you put your mind to it. It's so true. And step 5, the final step is to celebrate. Once you get that official notice that your name is trademarked for you, it is time to celebrate. It is time to pop a bottle of champagne or do your happy dance or whatever it is. It is very important to celebrate all of your wins, whether they're big or small, because positive energy brings more positive things to you. Positive vibes is the name of the game. Once your name is officially trademarked, no one else can use it. You have the right to have a lawyer send anyone who's using it a cease and desist letter. You can also sue them if you want. So many musical producers, artists, and songwriters have an artist name that they use. Let me give you some examples. Alicia Keys, her name is really Alicia Cook. Angie Stone is Angela Brown. Babyface is Kenneth Edmonds. Timbaland, the producer, is Timothy Zachary Mosley. And Missy Elliott is Melissa Arnett Elliott. If you so choose, you can use a different name too. I hope all that information I gave to you was helpful. All the best to you and happy songwriting.